excuse my language, I'm gonna treat you like a piece of shit. I'm gonna talk to you any kind of way. But the thing that she fucked up at is when the kids got older, he told my nephews and nieces the truth. He was like, your mom treated me like shit. She never let me around you. She held me against you. She accused me of certain things that never did happen. So and it's not all women's, but when women's have like more power, they financially bigger than you, they feel like they run you. And it's bad to do it in front of the kids. Like me and my wife, we have a way of talking to each other. Baby, let's go take a ride. Or let's ride around the block somewhere. I got a problem with you, but I want to speak upon this in front of the kids. People see the 90s babies is fucked up. They don't talk outside of the kids area. Cause I figure like I'm old school. Grown folks conversation is grown folks conversation.
Yes, sir.
Go sit your ass down. We ain't talking to you. Go in the room. We talk grown folks stuff. Nowadays, these kids, they sit in their mama face and listen to this grown folks conversation and know what titty ass shooting, who got shot down the block, and so on and so forth. If you keep your kids involved into some positive, they won't hear the bullshit at home. And then as far as that guy go, I feel for him. But me as a man, what I did was I kept myself busy. I wasn't raised to put myself in a position where I'd be beneath somebody. I love myself. So when me and my wife got married, it took us 29 years to get married. I wanted to make sure that everything was fine, because you can get married and then as soon as you get married, everything just changes. So people need to understand that it's not right to talk to people like that. See, grandma used to tell us that all the time. Respect people. You give respect, you get respect. If you don't give me respect, you get the same flavor. But my way of doing it is, he should have just walked away. Because if it's doing it now, it ain't gonna get no better. Because when women have power like that, that's their way of communication. I gotta talk to you like you one of my kids because you beneath me right now. So get yourself together, get your shit right, and then basically just come back with her and just say, hey, look, I'm better now. Check me out. I got my job. I got a car now. You know, because sometimes women do that stuff because they love you, but it ain't the way that's a funny way of showing it. That's just a funny way of showing it. Don't be screaming and hollering at me in front of my kids, and because people wonder why these kids so messed up right now. Because you do everything in front of them. You smoke weed in front of them. You smoke weed with them. You argue in front of them. You tell your personal business in front of them. Let them be a fucking child. If it's grown folks, be a big person. It's always one person that got to be a big person. Okay, you want to run your mouth? Oh, I ain't gonna sit there and say me and my wife, relationship is like peaches and greens.
Right.
But I know if she, like to the point where she finna go off, all right, it's time for me to jump in my car, go in my homeboy crib. I'll be back in a couple of hours when you calm down. But see, people don't do it these days. It's just like, oh, I gotta defend myself. Only person you gotta defend yourself is against God. Don't nobody stop me from loving me. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from loving me. So if you put yourself in a position where somebody downing you like that and you accepting it, you gotta start looking towards your inner circle and see how you feel about yourself. I would never put myself in that position. And if I ever get put in that position, I know how to turn my cheek and walk away. Cause that's grown folk stuff. You don't need to be. I'm not down for that arguing and fussing and fighting and so on and so forth. That's just beneath me, because I know it's either gonna get me in jail, get me locked up, or I'm in trouble. And them three things, my life is going good right now. Little petty shit like that is not gonna fuck my shit up. So people need to just like, maybe he need a mentor group. Maybe he need to go talk to some other guys and say, hey man, some gotta give, because it's.
Yeah, your sound went out. his sound went out. Right. Mm-hmm.
When he killed them peoples? Or you can't hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but like when he did that, you don't know what was going through that man's mind. That lady could have told him a whole bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.